anybody, since there isn't anybody watch, I've been working in Kaleidomorphia, just like I was saying earlier today when I was gaming. I I can't find anything to color in, and I kind of decided I want to work to finish this book. Even the pages I don't like, find a way to finish them, just to finish them, you know, and have something to look back at and see what I like and what I don't like of what I did. I don't know. Like these big heads, I can't stand these big heads. But I'm gonna find a way to color these big heads and all these little doodads in here. At least that's how I feel about it right now. Um, this is the page. I'm trying to get to the page that I've been working on. I started working on this one, and I was gonna work on it tonight. But I kind of don't feel like it. So, but I started on this. I really wanted to start using these quick sticks more, and so that's what I started this page with. And I did this background, which I mean, it filled it in, but it's hard to get between stuff. So I got to figure out. I did pencil for the parts that like I wasn't too confident about trying to get in between there with this. I probably could do it like if I used, I don't know, like some kind of applicator thing, but I wasn't in the mood to be that picky. I may do that later though, I don't know. But so the rest of this I've been doing in pencil, and yeah, it's a lot going on. But I got a lot done because I've only been working on this for a couple days, and I've been doing other stuff besides this. So, um, but yeah, I don't really feel like working on it tonight because I need a break from it. What is that? Um, these things with the that bugs me, but I'm trying not to let it bug me. Um, I really just want to finish this book. I just want to finish it. Every single page in here, I just want to finish them. Some of them, like I still have more work to do on them. Like this one, I need to do the other side of this, and that's going to be a whole. I'm just not in the mood for it, but I know someday I'll be able to sit down and do that, but not right now. So anyway, so I decided something I have not used in these books at all that I can recall is acrylic markers. And so I thought, you know what? Let me try it. And so that's what I started doing just a few minutes ago. And these are those I got these markers from Jet Pens called Inmuse. They're very matte kind of marker. So I don't know why I'm using that side. So I thought I'd try something different and maybe even like try covering the lines of things in here. It's something I don't think I've really done with a Kirby page. So maybe going for a kind of total transformation. And I just realized, is my microphone on? I don't know if my microphone is on because I might have turned it off from earlier. Let me double check. Yep, it's on. Okay. So this is kind of a chill day. I made my calls for getting made my calls to the orthodontist and made my appointments for removing the permanent retainer and then getting it put back on so I can get the filling in my front tooth. So it's really tiny. That I mean, I've had this cavity for I don't know for a while because when I noticed it, it was a while ago. Um, but it was really tiny. So they told me, says, yeah, because do a good job at keeping your braces clean and your teeth clean, you can probably, wait until you get your braces off and we'll do it. And that was like a year ago, I think. And then I didn't realize, I didn't really know exactly what they were going to be putting in at the orthodontist as far as the permanent retainer. And I didn't know where they were going to be putting it. And so, it just was a whole lot with that and work. There was no way I would know to be able to say, wait, let them do the filling first. Because either way, I'd have to wait until June for it anyway. And I don't know, it just was all crazy. Everything was crazy. So it just worked out that I have to do it this way now. So, but I guess it's something that the orthodontist is used to doing. So, um, so that's kind of going to be an all day thing because I'm going to have to be at the orthodontist at like 8 in the morning. Then I'll have my get the tooth filled like around 9:30, and then I got to go back to the orthodontist so they can put the retainer back on. So it's like bonded to my teeth, so it's like you're gonna have to do some fancy footwork to get it off. So it's looking like it might be like from 8 in the morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm just glad they can do it. But I'm glad that they were able to do it on that day and that I didn't have to go back and talk to my dentist to have to try and change the date that I'm getting the filling. And then, back and forth, back and forth. They were able to work with the day that I have. So I hope that stays that way and it doesn't change between now and then. So I don't have another appointment for anywhere until next Friday, for which I am glad. Okay, see, I'm kind of liking how this is looking. I feel like I want to cover the lines a bit more, but I'm going to try not to perseverate on that because, there's more that's going to go on this, so it's not going through, yes, not going through on the other page, so that's good. So I think if I could learn to use acrylic markers in Kirby books, that probably would save me a lot of aggravation for like all the little doodads in here and all that kind of stuff in the big spaces. I don't know, that probably would take away some of the stress. Because I like the illustrations, but they can be sometimes so massive and so busy that they're intimidating. But this is kind of like what I mean, like, I feel like a lot of times it's not that even if I don't like a page, if I venture out to color it, I usually learn something from it. And so I don't really want to say no to pages I don't like unless I'm really just offended by the image. Which is kind of how I feel about I feel offended by some of those Fabiana Atanasio pages. They just don't, I don't know. It's like the hairs on the back of my spirit just kind of stand up. It's like, I don't know why I don't necessarily feel that way with Jasmine Beckett Griffith's images, and maybe that's because I used to hang around a lot of goth people back in the day, and I kind of, I don't know. I used to talk to them about the Lord and stuff too, and some of them were actually Christians. Some of them were not, and I don't know. It just was like we were together for the music and the scene and stuff, and I guess I don't feel that offended by her images, but and I also I don't know. I think I understand some of the vibe of where some folks that are into goth are coming from, and part of that I I have like an understanding for and an affinity for, but other parts of that I don't. So, but I think that's kind of like with all people. There's things you share with them and things you don't. I just always had a lot of I don't know, a lot of different kinds of friends. But it's like my best friend who passed away a few years ago because we were friends back then in that time. That's part of our friendship. And I used to a couple concerts we went to and stuff, and I did kind of dress for one concert. We went to see Peter Murphy. Oh my gosh, that concert was great. But I did dress for that. Never did the makeup though, because I thought, well, that would look really silly. Um, but most of the time I did not dress. I just was like, no, I ain't doing that. I liked it, but I thought of me. I says, no, I don't. No, I don't think that. I wore a lot of black though, all the time. There was one time it's like almost everything in my closet was black. I was like, goodness gracious. But I used to say, yeah, well, I don't dress or anything. And yeah, he goes, but you have a goth soul. It was so cute. Yeah, I guess he was right too. I actually started following somebody. Um, who was very much like really into goth culture today. She's younger and stuff, and she has some really cool stuff, and she really kind of decorates. I like the way she decorates things, and her look is really like, I mean, it's like authentic. And it kind of reminded me of some of the people I knew back in the day. Interesting thing was, I don't know, I don't even know why she showed up in my feed. I have no idea. But one like, I mean, I wasn't listening to Bauhaus or anything like that. Any of those bands from back then. I've been listening to a lot of music stuff, but music stuff all over the place. And like I just saw just now, and I shared it on my wall because I was like, wow, the Culture Club has a new song out. I was like, the Culture Club? We're going back. And it's kind of interesting because my best friend from like right after high school, the one I was talking about her in my earlier live when I was gaming, that um, she died of brain cancer, but um, she looked like a female version of Boy George. She was very pretty and she had fantastic hair. Oh my gosh. She had like blondish brown hair. Sometimes would have kind of a reddish golden thing going on in it, and it was naturally wavy and long. And yeah, she looks like a female version of Boy George, like when we would dress up. She was also the one that we were gonna go to um Fashion Institute of Technology together. Because at first I was gonna go, and then I talked her into going because I says we need to go together because like we would sew, we did a lot of sewing, and like we would sew stuff and then go out and go to the club or whatever, wearing whatever it was we made. And she was the one person I would let borrow my clothes. That's a big deal. It's like she's the only person I let borrow my clothes. I like how this looks. There's something I can follow through. Now I got this streak thing going here because I'm not really. I need to pay more attention when I apply this, but it kind of works with the image. Having that little streakage there. I don't know if you can see it. Let's put it closer. I don't know if that's really. Is it focusing right? Do, 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 do. Is that better? I think that's better. So maybe I should use the. Although, like I said, sometimes when I use these double sided acrylic markers, the opposite side isn't the same color. And I don't know why that is. But let's see if that's the case here. So what was I saying? Did I finish saying what I was saying about? Oh, that she looks like Boy George. Boy George. So if we went out somewhere and like she wore she would kind of dress like him, and she really looked like him. You know. But yeah, that song is pretty good too. By the way, it's really nice. It has a um, very R&B style. It's really nice. It's so much so I think I'm gonna be playing it this week again because it was just a really nice song. I don't know who wrote it. I wonder if they wrote it. I hope they did. I like when people write their own stuff. Ooh, I'm messing that up, but that's okay. Yeah, I gotta practice the line thing on the thicker parts. I don't know how I feel about using this side. I don't feel like I have enough control. So do I have to kind of, if I'm going to overlap, do it while it's wet? Is that how that works? That's another thing. Experimenting on pages that you don't a particular. I don't have to get so mad at it because it's like, it's just on a page I don't like anyway. Use them for test pages. Actually went out in the yard today. I actually weeded a little bit in this one spot. It's like, well, my clematis, I gotta go back out and do something a little bit more. I gotta do a little bit of digging because my clematis, one of them, it seems like, I don't know, because they don't have the railing of the deck to trail on anymore. They're kind of like they don't know where to go, and they're kind of like, I don't know. They look really confused, poor things. So right now they just have leaves, no flowers. But I got to figure out where to get them to move to. Because they're getting tangled up with other plants in that bed, and that's not gonna work. I mean, it like might look pretty once they start blooming, but I feel like I'm in danger of losing them if I, you know, leave them to their own devices. So I got to figure out a way to trail them. Funny thing is, I don't know even like where the root of those three plants are to be able to dig them up and move them. I have no idea. And I don't know how you propagate clematis either. I don't know that either. These are things I actually bought these as plants, all three of them, and I bought them I think at two or three different places. One was like a rescue from Walmart, and then the other two were from a local farm and garden place. And I mean, I got them like, oh man, like 20 years ago. See, I like that. I wonder if I put another layer over here, if that would get rid of the lines. Uh, oh, there's this. It's the same thing. Practiced my piano a couple times today. I just did my last stint just a few minutes ago. The dehumidifier is working, so I don't have the keys sticking. C6 isn't sticking anymore, so now I can really play without having to think about that. So it's not sticking, which is good. What the heck is that? This is on what? A mollusk? Let me find what they look like. I don't know if I want that on there or if I want a different color. What else are we doing with this guy? Do we want to do more? Do we want to make his tendrils purple? I almost feel like I want pencil for this part. If I could I do that? Let's see, what do I have? I could use Neos or water. If I can find the right color. I have. I don't know if I have the right. Oh, this is kind of what I was looking for. I could use the ones. And then I gotta go dig. I don't want to dig. I think I want to mix pencil with this. See, I think I like mediums that feel thick. They have like a thickness to them. I think that's why I'm not so like watercolor is kind of like makes me feel kind of weird. It's because it's not thick. I don't know. I suppose maybe you could use it that way. Maybe like the gouache. I've really been wanting to use my gouache, but I need to find something to make it shiny because I don't like the matteness of them at all. That makes me go, oh. I could mix this color too, couldn't I? The one thing I learned from Ivy Pearl, the way she moves and she finishes, how she finishes pages quickly, that's kind of a, like moving quickly, but she knows her mediums. That's the thing. She knows her mediums. And I think that's what helps her to do that. Whereas I do not know, I don't know all these things, but because she's done card making and all other kinds of things, she knows them. And so I think that helps her approach a page quickly. I mean, it's just a matter of dealing with what will the page handle, the paper and the page handle, which can be a chore trying to figure that out. But she's good with paper too, so she probably doesn't have as much of a barrier with that as I have either. And I mean, that'll keep me from working in a book for forever, is the paper. And I think, like, even with the Kirby pages, the fact that I can't use alcohol marker in them without damaging the page on the other side, it keeps me sometimes from working in here. Because I feel like alcohol marker would be great for working in like these big spaces, but it's gonna bleed. And I don't want it to bleed. I don't want that. And so, oh, there's more purple. Let's do this part. Then we'll do our water. I kind of want some orange in this pink. I don't know, maybe I'm going down too heavy with this, but with the Neo too, but pussy. I didn't really cook today. And I kind of, I should have seasoned that chicken. I still can. I just have lemon juice on it. I'm still not quite sure what I want to do with it. I suppose we could just grill it. We haven't grilled yet this year. I took out 2 breasts and a pack of 4 thighs. So I figure like that could last like at least a couple days. With me, it would last like 2 weeks. But my husband's like a meat eater, so me, I'll take one. I will take like half of one thigh and make loaded nachos with it. That would be my meal. Because like I just don't. I kind of need to eat more protein though. I really do. Okay, I'm gonna now see. I could put orange on there. Do I want to do that? Let me try. I could get it done faster if I did that instead of waiting, right? I can get this out. But where do I want it? And then I can have fun blending. I love to blend. Experiment with color. I don't know if I want any up there. Let's do this first and then we'll... Is there someplace where I missed pink? Up here. Yes, I did a little weeding. It really, this weather is just so strange. It's kind of like it's not warming up enough. But I need to, I don't know, I almost feel like, I don't know. I didn't put any there, but I'm coloring it. Why? Is this dark enough? Am I getting enough color? Or no? I'm gonna go over with pencil. Do the extra. That's kind of good because then I'm not using up my pencil for the whole, to color in the whole thing. So I guess that kind of works. Yeah, that wasn't quite the orange I wanted, but that's okay. We're going to work with it. Bring out what I want with the pencil. I don't know. It's kind of more pink there too. Ooh. Blot a little bit. And clean this. So they're saying it's supposed to warm up. Like today it was supposed to go to like the 70s, which I guess it might have gone there. today. They said it's supposed to be warm for like the next few days and then it's going to cool off again. It's kind of hard to know what to do when the weather's doing that. I was almost thinking, I was like, I wonder if this is going to be one of those summers where we don't even need an air conditioner because it doesn't stay hot long enough to make it, necessary. Personally, I wouldn't mind because I really don't like it hot. 75 is good enough for me. No hotter than that. I'm happy. But that wouldn't be a normal summer if that happened. And some plants probably won't like it if that happens. But I'm almost feeling like setting up my indoor gardening thing, which seems kind of weird to do that during the summer, but I almost feel like that's what I need to do. And never mind about really doing anything outside this year for many reasons. And just have that ready and know how to work it and everything. So when it's not growing season outside, I'll already be well on my way inside. But I've got to reduce my other plants. I need room. It's to the point where I think I have to compost some of my, the where I have some of the same plants in different pots, where I just need to compost them because like I don't have room. I never thought I would have plants that would like live that long and make that many babies. And I got to take a picture of that aloe because that aloe is insane. Because in just a few months, it just exploded. I can't believe how big it is. It's just really unreal. And then the babies I took out from them, I took both of them and put them in another pot together just really quick because I couldn't, I didn't even water the pot. And those things just started taking off. And they're like getting big for the amount of neglect that they've gone under. They don't care. I'm like, what is going on? What's happening here? So I need to get into a habit of like harvesting and using that regularly, which actually, you know what? I could probably start using that on my hair. And that will help keep it under control. If you use it, it kind of, how wet is that? Okay, that doesn't feel too bad. Do we want to do something else? I could kind of. Oh, excuse me. So wait a minute. Am I gonna want this to be pink too? Then I guess because it's a part of them, right? I could always do. What do I want the outside of that to be? I could always go over whatever I do with that part with the acrylic marker and it'll just cover it right up. So there is that. But I don't want to make it too wet. Yeah, because there's just too much going on. Too much work that needs to be done in the yard for me to really think about gardening in there this year. I got Chip and Dale outside and I don't want to mess up their game, what they're doing. I just kind of, that's why I always plan my garden I do it in the winter time I plan to actually, I do it like actually, I start planning and like when I would garden, I'd start planning in December of the previous year, you know, and that's when I would plan. I'd do all my winter sowing between December and February for all the the plants I wanted to have outside out there and for the upcoming summer. So I'm not used to like having to, I mean, to plan and do it at the same time is not how I work. It totally is like the opposite of how I can work. And so, ooh, that's too wet. I'm kind of crinkling on the other side. It feels too wet. I wonder if I should make that purple. But once I do that, I can't undo it. I really want like red orange or something in there, but I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to try and leave it alone. I gotta wonder, am I going to make these purple or pink? I think I'm just going to do pink for now. At least a little bit. And see, I like how this is helping me get this done fast. Like, can we stay within the lines? I can't see what I'm doing. Trying to get the other side. Got too much stuff everywhere. Hold on. Can I pull that out? Hold it. I'm just coloring these guys. I have to figure out how this webcam is plugged in because it does. I can usually set it up on my desk so you can see more of what I'm coloring, but if I have a book opened up, but the cord's not stretching, so I think underneath it's like must be tangled with something, but it's really dark underneath my desk, so I gotta get down on the floor and get like a flashlight and inspect. I don't know, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Because however it is in there, it wasn't easy for me to do that because I kind of tried to do that a few days ago. I was like, I'm not getting to wherever this is, and so I have to really go hardcore with it to find it. I had too much else going on to do that. How many tendrils do we have? There's some in there. I think that's something too. I could just color it pink and then deal with it later with adding other stuff to it. Do I want to add any orange to it? I don't know. It's so narrow. I don't know if I want to do that yet. Okay. What time is it anyway? 10:04. Later than I thought. More pink on that. More water. One or the other. Need more, a lot of stuff on there. I'll go and run through again in a little bit. Put down a little more pink. I don't want to get this too wet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I probably could go just with what's on there. Fill in with pencil. I wonder if that should be orange. I'm resisting the urge to like go in with pencil now. I really am. I don't know if you can tell. I'm kind of trying to, I want to kind of get the basic in first. Even though that's not how I tend to work. But, you know, we're trying to do different. I'm trying to do, yeah. We're trying to use all the tools in the toolbox, not just some, not just the ones I prefer. Now, what is that behind there? I can't tell. I don't think that's a part of the mollusk. Pink, 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 pink. And I'm going to find something I missed. But, like I said, there, oops, that doesn't go in there. There's this pencil. Baby shark. Okay. I wonder what's an easy way to tackle all of these goofy things other than just blacking them all out, which I don't really want to do. I don't want to do that. Even though part of me wants to do that, I don't think I can make it look good with that. There probably is a way where you could transform the space of these. Maybe do something kind of abstract with it or something, but I don't think I can do that right now. Okay, what else are we doing? Do we want to color little objects? Do we want to color this guy? Do we know what we want it to look like? Do we want a purple palace? Do we want a purple palace? Purple and what? Purple and orange? Let's see. Do we feel like doing pencil now? Or do we feel like doing... Is there a light purple in here? I wonder. This light, what's it say? Mauve? Oh, excuse me. Oh, I need another thing of these to save shavings. I guess we're not going to try and get sharp. I need another. I do purple. And then I guess I can use acrylic marker, like, metallic. The other ones that have the more shiny as accents or whatever. I can always go over it. Spots that I did with this, with that, if I want to. But I feel like I need to see this with color on it to know how I really want it to look. So I'm just gonna cover it in purple. It really took a long time for me to get to the point where I was like willing to do this kind of thing. It's almost kind of amazing that I'm doing it now. It's like, I don't know, something happened. Somewhere along the line it changed. I really did find this page intimidating. And it's double-sided, double page too. But I found it intimidating. Even though it doesn't have as many of these doodads, it still has them, And then I was like, what am I going to color in with, what would I use to color in this big thing here? And, well, look, we've already got that done pretty much, at least the basic thing of it. So for now, I'm just going to color all of this purple. I have acrylic markers to fall back on to change the color of things if I want to. That's how I'm going to approach this. In order to not let anything stop me from coloring it. That's how I'm approaching it. Because if I sit there saying, oh, but then I can't, but then I can't, but then I can't, then I just won't bother to color it. And that's not what we want. And even though I think I might want this to be a different color other than purple, I'm coloring it purple. Change it later. If I decide, if I finally think of what I really would want it to be, and it's not purple later on, we'll figure out a way to change it. Who knows? We might go over the whole thing a different color other than purple. You never know. I don't know. We're just going to see what happens. I'm here for the ride. No planned destination. That almost makes me think I need to do this purple, but I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to hold back. Oh, you can't see what I just did. I wonder, did I need to change the screen? I think I need to change it. Hold on 1 second. Does that work? Oh, that's nice. What happens if I do this? Does that make it better? In any kind of way? You can see it better. Close up. Can you see more of it one way than the other? Nope, it's just the same. Let's do that. Okay, water. Bring the water. Oh, maybe it really is fuchsia. I'm gonna put the. I have really been wanting to bake some kind of cookie, and I still haven't done it yet. I've been talking about it, still haven't done it yet. I need to do it while it's still cool. And I found a recipe because one thing that because like I've been thinking about, what are all the things that I used to eat before I had braces that I really liked, that I enjoyed eating. And I like crunchy things, and that like was a lot of what I couldn't eat when I had braces. And so I was thinking, like, what are those things? Trying to remember. And for some reason, and like it's kind of weird because in some ways they just taste like paper, but depending on what you put on them, it can be really good. And then sometimes I just would just eat them. I don't know. It's weird. It's almost like rice cakes. It's like they have no flavor. And I know some people really like rice cakes. I don't. But wasa, those wasa crackers, or crisp breads. I had some of those, and I think they were just the plain ones. I loved them things. I loved the crunch, and it's kind of weird because every once in a while I'd be like, that just tastes like paper." But the crunch was so satisfying that I kind of didn't care, which is really weird. But I like crunchy. That's why I like the roasted walnuts. And so, I can't find the ones I want, locally. I don't know why. They don't have just the plain ones. They have the multigrain ones, which actually kind of aren't as healthy, oddly enough. And so I thought, well, can I make them? So I was looking for a recipe for them. And, well, that's a whole undertaking. I have to have rye flour. And it was like, I don't know. So I'm reading like how to make them. It's like I don't know if I feel like going through all that. I mean, it sounds like they're easy to put together, but you have to have rye flour. So I got to go hunting for rye flour. We do have a health food store. They might have. They might have some. I haven't been there in a long time. That purple actually matches. Look at that. Where's my water thing? What do I do with my water thing? There's. But I started looking up different crackers because I really like crunchy, and I want to learn how to make like my own healthy cracker, you know. And it's kind of dry. Okay, so now what are we doing? What color are these things gonna be? And the background. I almost feel like I need to. And the leaves. Are we trying to go? How are we trying to go? We're gonna do all purple and pink and orange. Orange seems easy to do because what should I do? What? Can make the leaves orange? Let's see. I don't know if I want to go. Let's start with pencil. See what happens. Who's this? Yeah, it's a Prisma. I was feeling kind of weird. I was like, well, that's kind of strange. Is this kind of neon or something? I know this one. I think this, or is this metallic orange? No, it just says orange. It looks like really kind of brighter than that. Whew, that's bright. Boy, I'm really I'm realizing how stressful work was for like the last like month or so because man, stuff that I'm remembering as one thing and I go and look and it's like no, it's not that. Like I thought I had a one appointment like on a particular date that was really close to another appointment and then again it kind of wouldn't work for me for it to be that way and for in my head I had it that it was that date. I even had it written down. I wrote it down in something as a reminder and wrote it down for that date. And I go and look in like the portal for the doctor and it's not that date. And it's a date that's actually more convenient. And I was like, why did I have it stuck in my head that it was this other date? Like, oh brother. I really like had too much in my head over the past couple months. It's crazy. So I just was really just thanking the Lord. Thank you, Lord, for one, helping me not to flip out. Two, showing me what the thing really is. So now I'm really glad that you helped me not to flip out because I would have been flipping out for nothing. This has been a lot going on. Just a lot. And I think my brain is recovering from all that. It is extra crazy. And still. But, still would be, except that God took care of some things for me that, yep, change. We gonna change this for your daughter. I kind of feel like I'm in a waiting room. Waiting for the whole thing. They're like, okay, so now, there we go. Come on in. New room, new action, new thing. In the room between the outside and in the office. Between outdoors and the office. I'm in the waiting room. It's kind of quiet in there, and it's kind of no hint as to, other than a general description of what it is that's inside the room, the office. But the just shall live by faith. Been doing it this long. Ain't stopping now. This kind of goes back to when, like you said, when the Lord told me the landscape is changing, and I just kind of shuddered when I felt it. I had like this kind of tremble, and I was like, because I just felt like it was going to be like everything good, bad, ugly, pretty, everywhere. It was just, and I'm like, well, if that much stuff changes, like, what the heck? The just shall live by faith. Even if you read like Habakkuk, where he says that all the things going on, and then he says the just shall live by faith. It's like, yeah, well, that's kind of like, here everything's shaking, turning up things, turmoil, shaking. Don't know where to land, don't know where to stand. No, the just shall live by faith. And I didn't realize how intensely, well, I mean, I guess that's why you hear things like that. They prepare you. So when you see things, you've already been told and prepared, and knowing that, you gotta, knowing where to, what to do. Basically, what to do is like I'm keeping my ears open, ears and eyes open, so I know what to do and do it when I need to do it. Not too soon and not too late. Right on time. I said, moving like that creature in Ezekiel. The moment God had the split second thought that that creature was like right there, right there, right there, right there, moving. I had said a few years ago, Lord, I want to be like that creature. I want to be like that creature. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Well, we got orange, and it's very orange. But we did it. Do I need to do that here? Am I going to regret it? I'm going to do it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, as they say. Kind of like that. Should I have that in there, or should I put purple in his tendrils? I have to try and find the right pink and the right pencil that's going to give me the right pink, because I think that Prismacolor pink, it might lay down too much color. I don't know. Should I try it? This is why I got so many pencils out. Oh, this is actually, maybe this one would be better. Chromos. Of how, or don't they have a pink in these markers? Let's see. I have pink. Oh no. Yeah, this is going to be the. I think it's this one. Oh, that's the greatest picture to test it out on, but oh yeah. Now, do I want to use? Ooh, I think I need my glasses on for this. We're living dangerously here. We might not like this. Hmm. I wonder if I should make the inside of them that color. Can you do that? Might regret it. We're saying that a lot tonight. Might regret it, but we're going to do it. If we don't like it, we'll figure out a way to change it later. How about that? I don't know if I want this on both sides. Is there another? I have a lot of variety in these. It's kind of, I don't know, light pink. I don't know that I have really. Oh, I want that picture. So then does that mean we want pink here? Yeah, it's not so steady. I don't know if I like that so much, but oh well. I done did it now. Worst case scenario, white Posca pen. I do feel like the tendril things need maybe some help. I just don't know what kind of help. So I'm gonna try this first. See if we like it. Might have to, do this and then put it down, look at it tomorrow or day after tomorrow and say, do we like this or no? And then figure out how to proceed from there. I see I covered over this, but it doesn't look. When it dries, it kind of lightens a little bit. So with the piano, it took a long time. Like trying to solve the pinky, the snobby little finger thing. I haven't completely resolved it. It's actually going to take, it's not something that's going to happen quickly, and it'll probably pop up again time and, even after like I've kind of resolved it, depending on what I'm playing. But um the biggest thing that I've noticed is that I've been practicing and relaxing my arms and realizing and always being conscious that it's my whole arm, not just my fingers, that are involved in playing. That how my arm is what regulates the movement of my fingers. And I wish I could see like an x-ray of somebody's arm, their entire arm and hand while they're playing piano, because I feel like I could visualize it even better. But I'm getting used to actually feeling my whole arm when I play. And if I'm not feeling my whole arm when I play, I kind of pause and then I'll relax my hands, and then so that I will connect that in my head again to feel my arm and like if it's relaxed or not. And it makes a difference when your arm is relaxed, you know, how your hands are situated and how they move. So you let your arms relax, and the movement doesn't come from just your fingers. It's almost like, I don't know, you're letting your arm propel your fingers in some kind of way. And the only job of your fingers is to hit the key, but you allow your whole arm to make your fingers move, if that makes any sense. But yeah, it's really like I watched a few videos on it and kind of was trying to, watching them and trying to internalize what they were saying. And then I went, would go to the piano and kind of, next time I sat at the piano, I would kind of like try and, you know, feel what they were saying. And it took a while for me to just do that. And I was just actually not playing a whole lot, but just sitting there and practicing relaxing my hand and seeing what that felt like, playing just a little bit to see, can I feel it when I do this? Can I feel it when I play this? And playing things really slow, um, and really getting a sense of what each finger is feeling when my arm is a certain way. It's just, yeah, really a lot. Um, but it doesn't seem like it's a lot when you're practicing because it's like, that's all you did. Yeah, that's all I did. But I've noticed that with me doing that I am more used to being relaxed. I am getting a sense of that when I start playing other things, and that's actually the goal. And I've been using those Edna something, Edna Bergmeister or something like that. I can't remember her name. That might, or Baumgarten, Edna Baumgarten. Her warm up exercises, which are very simple and slow. That's what I've been using to like practice um, my my arms and hand being relaxed. That's been helping. They're very simple exercises, and you have to play them. You play them. It's just like I've just mostly been doing the three of them. Three of them from was like page 61 or something like that. Um, and two of them you play first legato and then you play it staccato, because to play staccato, like where it's very like kind of pointed, staccato playing comes from a different part of your arm, and sometimes it can even come from your shoulder. And so yeah, it's interesting. So that's a lot of what I've been doing, because like I said, I really want to have good technique. I don't want to have sloppy technique. I want to have good technique. I'm gonna play. I guess we're just gonna keep doing this because we keep doing this. Oh, I think so. I said this is not positioned very well on my desk, but it's what we got. Okay. So yes, I've been doing that. So now I kind of said, okay, now we need to start getting back to practicing some of you know, the actual music and playing that. And then in my warm up exercises, I'll use the Edna things and practice relaxing. And whenever I feel, while I'm playing, if I feel like I'm getting too tense, pause and do those, or do the other relaxation exercises, just to keep reinforcing good technique while I'm also learning to play certain stuff. So now my task is the things that I've learned how to play, um, or have been learning the Bach, easy little pieces. Is it called? I think is that what they're kind of one of the things they call them, the little minuets and things. Um, Getting back to that, and I need to be able to play them beginning to end with a steady tempo, beginning to end. So that's my next goal. To play them as if I were playing at a recital in front of somebody. And oh my god, I hate recitals. Can't stand them. I never minded. I loved like doing like band and chorus recitals, but anything where I had to be by myself, nope, terrified. When we used to do like the statewide contests, and we always had to do that. Ugh, that was a part of our grade for a band. I did not like those things because it was me by myself, and then you had the judges in the room. Did not like that. And we had to do a recital when I took that adult piano class too. Um, my friend got out of it though. I don't know how she got out of it. She got out of it. I don't know if she told them absolutely not or what. But because the teachers, the twins, as I call them, because they were twins, I didn't want to disappoint them, and I also wanted them to, because I think it's kind of part of their becoming, educators and part of like I don't know if they were going to write a paper on this whole project or not, um, but I didn't want to disappoint them, and so I did it, but I hated it. I couldn't wait to get off of that stage. The old lady playing this rinky dink song. Especially after having been in bands and stuff and opening for other bands and things, and now I'm on here on the stage playing this rinky dink song on piano. Not that I mean it wasn't a pride thing though, but I don't like being in front of people. No. As I said, when I was in bands, I wanted to be in the background. I wanted to switch places with my friend who was the drummer, and he wanted to be up front. I said, well, "Yeah, we can do that. Let's do that. We'll do something different from other bands. We'll put the drummer up front, even though he's not singing, and I'll stand in the back." Okay, now that I did that, I like it. I like it. I don't know if it matches the rest of this now, but I like it. Are we gonna do this while we're here? Yeah, I guess we're gonna. Okay, what is next? A weird shadow. That's tacky. Can't help it though. Bad lighting. What next? Should the sharks be purple? Seahorses be pink? Hmm. Or do we want to do more on the sky? trying to like hold back from doing my favorite thing because it is my favorite thing. All that making shadows and things. I don't know why I enjoy doing that so much, but I do. Where's my purple? Someday I'll get all my pencils put away, but I'm not gonna hold my breath. There's a purple. I know I had one out for. I had a Derwent purple out. Where are you? Where are you? Da, 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 da. Oh, excuse me. I should probably go to bed, but I ain't ready. I ain't ready. Okay, I know. Let's see. Let me put some of these back while I have this out. Pink. I got a darker purple in this. In these markers. That's good to know. Oh, I forgot. I got all these. I got all these banded pencils, so it might be in one of these. There's another purple. Where's this one? Not the one I'm looking for, though. Looking for the Derwent. Someday we'll get these pencils put away. Why am I singing that? I don't know. Why not? Oh, there's the lid to this pen. The pen's almost out, though. Purple. Where are you? Everywhere I'm not looking. Reminds me of that song. I had the album by this band. It was back in like the 80s. This band called Translator, and I think they only had one song. Oh, here it is. That's funny. What? They were called Translator, and I had the album actually. And I've heard the song actually in commercials not that long ago. You're everywhere that I'm not. You're in Tokyo, but I'm not. Yeah, you're everywhere that I'm not. I used to love that song. See, now I'm gonna have to listen to it soon. I used to love that song. And I had the whole album. There wasn't really, I don't know. I don't know. That was just the song. I don't know that there was that much that was on that album that was all that stand out, but I did like the whole album for the mood, but that was the hit. My other favorite album from that time was by the Psychedelic Furs, and it was the album Talk Talk Talk. And it always surprised me how they used the song Pretty in Pink from that album for the movie with Molly Ringwald, because that album is really crass. And that song is really kind of crass. So I was like, what? You're putting it to this movie? And then when they did the movie version, when they did the, I guess they re-recorded it or something, or they did something with the, I don't know, masters and made another version or something. It was like so like polished. It was like barf. It was disgusting. Sound wise, it was like all polished up, and it's like you're totally missing the whole. It's like it doesn't fit with the. I don't think they changed the lyrics for the song when they did it for the movie, which was weird. But I mean, I'm glad they didn't change the lyrics to the song. The song is what it is. The song is a whole mood. The album is a whole mood. The album is a commentary on like, you know, where they were, what they were around at that time. And so it's like a story. And so for them to use it for that movie, I was like, what? I don't even know if I watched that movie because it was like so like, uh-uh. The Breakfast Club was good. That movie was good. I liked that one. But Pretty in Pink, I was like, and I like Molly Ringwald. I thought, she's a redhead. I always think redheads are cool. But I like that movie. I probably did watch it though. I don't know. I might have even gone to the theater to see it just because, you know, I used to go to movies back then in the theater. I actually saw American Gigolo in the theater, of all things. Like, who needs to see that in the theater? Well, we wanted to see, and again, this is with my best friend after high school. Um, we went to see it for the clothes. And I think people in the theater probably thought we were crazy because when Richard Gere opened up the drawer, this is kind of like towards the beginning when he opened up the drawer with all those shirts in it, we just gasped. We were just like, oh. And I think people in the theater thought we were insane. But we saw all those Giorgio Armani shirts and we were like, it was like heaven. It's like, never mind anything else about the movie. It's some clothes. It's clothes. We're here for the clothes. Yeah, Richard Gere looks okay, but we're here for the clothes. I don't know if the purple on here is doing too much. I think that's why I switched to the. Maybe I need a different purple. Maybe I need white. But I think we're going to need purple before we use white. I think. Yeah, that Psychedelic Furs album is like. It's probably in my top. It's got to be in my top. Top 25 albums of all time. It's a whole mood. How's that look? I'll sit back from it. I don't know if it's doing anything, but I keep going. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be adding white. I almost wonder if I should use a different purple for some of this rather than use the same purple all the way around. Probably needs to be sharper. I kind of like some of the lighter spots that from using the Neo 2s and the water brush. I like some of the white that are paler parts that are coming through, and I kind of want to keep them that way or work that into them somehow. This way. Yeah, this is white. Oh, excuse me. Not that one. This one. Time to empty shavings again. So I've been watching a lot of the channel Guitar Meets Science, I think it's called, and Rock and Roll Mysteries. A Canadian guy. I've been watching a lot of their videos lately. Love both channels. No AI. People talking. Real people talking who know what they're talking about. Ooh, that white's really whitening. Do we know what we're doing? Not exactly, but okay. I don't even care. I can color over it. I just kind of want to see, what it does. Let's see what it does. So I'm going to work with the white spots on here to see what it does. Because you know me, I never know where the light's coming from. I have no clue. Still. In 2026, I still don't know where the light's coming from. I can email my professor and tell him that from then. I still don't know where the light's coming from. The look of terror on my face when he asked me that. He probably was like, "Why are you so scared?" Like, what's wrong? He was like, "I never even thought of that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you mean. I don't know how to do it." Sheer panic. So maybe that I need. What kind of background? Okay, I'm thinking for background. I do have those. I was gonna say King Art gel stick, but I might have. Excuse me. A color in this stuff that I could use. Now, water doesn't move this stuff at all. Nothing moves this stuff. So when you put it down, it's down. That's it. You can't move it. So you gotta know what I'm doing when I put it down. What else do we want? The pink. Did we venture out with the pink pencil yet? We didn't because we're a little bit scared. Just a little bit. That might be the next stage though, because I also need to do these. And then I gotta think about what pencil to use because the acrylic marker's kind of hard. I don't want to I don't want to mess my pencil up on it. Oh, speaking of, we missed a tendril. Ugh. At some point, I'm gonna get this situation with my desk sorted out. I lost my place. You know what? This is one too, and I didn't realize it. Sit back. Excuse me. Look at it. I like it so far. I don't know what else to do with it. Kind of want to stay just with these colors. Orange, pink, and purple. That's kind of a challenge. But I don't want to add another color to it. Orange, pink, purple, and white. The background probably should be orange or some sort of orange. Maybe. Which means I'm going to want these to be pink or purple. Or darker orange in some cases. Maybe. I'm thinking probably more orange. What would happen if I made a darker orange and then made these, in addition to purple and pink, use lighter orange? Or white, even. How would that look? Can I picture it? Not sure if I can picture it. Can I picture it? Hey, Mary. You're welcome. I really I love the containers you have and the stand-up raised beds, the raised beds on the, with the legs. I love them things. Really nice. Everything is looking really nice. Love your setup. And so you're welcome. Let's see. Well, the water could be white and maybe lilac, a light purple and then white for the foam. I'm trying to think out of the box here. Out of the box. But for now, I do like how that part looks, so I'm just going to keep doing it for a little bit. I'll think about other things to do with this. Oh, I had to start with my little jar of vinegar sugar water because it's gnat season. They're starting to show up. So I made a jar up of vinegar water and put a piece of plastic over it and then poke holes in it so they'll get in but they can't get out. Kind of like Hotel California. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's what that jar is. I should put a label on it. Hotel California. And I even put like an orange peel in there too, just to kind of kick it up a notch. Because I really want to get rid of them fast. And I can leave that there like forever. And it'll still keep catching gnats. But yeah, I looked this evening and there's some in there. I was like, yes, it's working. But why are there still some flying around? I might need to make a couple of those jars and make one more at least, just until I get them under control. It's like that first season sighting, and I have, fresh fruit around. So we have some of those, we call them Zevo. They're like little plug-in lamps that have the sticky thing on the inside, so it attracts bugs to it, and they stick in there. So, but it might be we need to change the sticky part to also catch gnats. It's like we need like all hands on deck when that starts to cut it out to put it to an end. And then I have those pellets that I get. I got from Gardens Alive, but they're not around anymore. I found them online. I was sharing them with somebody on the live. Um, I can't remember who it is that has them now. Another garden catalog though that I would sometimes order from. I guess they bought Gardens Alive, or they're the only ones now who sell Gardens Alive stuff. And all of a sudden I can't remember their name. I can see what their catalogs used to look like though. They were always kind of like paper catalogs, and Gurneys. That's what it is. Gurneys. They carry those pellets, but they go a little goes a long way, and I put them inside my plants, not the food ones, but the I don't put it in my indoor herbs, but I put it in the other ones so that it'll kill any larvae. So if any gnats you know, leave eggs there, they're not gonna come to, it's gonna kill them off, so they don't ruin my plants. But yeah, when that season starts, it's like all hands on deck. All hands on deck. But the vinegar water does a great job and works for a long time. So, thank you. So let's see. I feel like busting out with another color. I feel like busting loose. Busting loose. Give me the bridge, y'all. What did he say? Something to all of a sudden I can't remember what it is he said. Give me the bridge, y'all. Ooh, that's hard to say. I can't say that too well. I'm still learning how to talk with the braces on. Okay, there's another song I'm gonna have to listen to now. I listen to that song every once in a while anyway, because there's something about it. The groove to that song is just everything. With the way it starts. With the organ, keyboards, and the bass and drums. That is just like, oh. It's one of them that is like, ooh, who thought of that? Like that. It is just. I was watching Black Mirror, an episode of Black Mirror the other day, and they almost I was like, oh my gosh! All of a sudden they started playing that song by Alexander O'Neill. You're a fake. Of course, I had to get up and start dancing. Like I haven't heard that song in ages. I feel a whole playlist coming on. It's like you're talking about all these songs. You're a fake, baby. Da 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 da. How I know. It's like I love this song. I was so surprised to hear it in a TV show. I was like, wow. Dude looks like Julius Caesar. Should I give him bright orange hair? I think I'm gonna. Just because I can. Is it bright orange? Or is this just orange? Although it is bright. Looks neon, but it just says it's orange. This thing is like, whoa. Mary. Those songs come every once in a while. I was like, whoa, bust out. It's time to dance. We got muscle memory for that. We made him a ginger. I wonder if that's what I need in here. A little bit red. Oh, he look mean. Sharks. I said I wanted the sharks purple. Is it the same color? What's that say? Oh, violet. Violet. This is darker. Ugh, purple violet. What? Violet is purple, but whatever. Okay. Okay. Purple shark. Baby shark. Baby shark. Baby shark is purple. Oh, I started wondering, like, I was like, I asked my husband the other day, because them things that all of a sudden come to your mind, like, you don't know. He's like, I don't know this. So I was asking him, I says, where do bumblebees, like, have hives? Where do they make their whatever? And he said, well, because they make them, like, on the ground, underground. And I immediately panicked. Because one time, um, at the garden bed that we have, over, like, by kind of like a patio space in the middle of the backyard, um, I had, like, all kinds of things growing there. I would put, I had St. John's wort back there. I had, I would grow gladiolas back there. Um, I had creeping thyme, and I had brown-eyed Susans, which now they still come up with a vengeance all across that entire patio. But I had stopped um growing there because, like, he actually, what happened? How did that happen? I can't remember how we found it, whether I was gardening back there and all of a sudden I saw, I'm like, why are these bees coming out the ground? And they looked like honeybees. So, coming out the ground, I'm like, what the heck is that? Or I don't know if my husband was driving by there on the lawnmower or was mowing the lawn and went over it or something. Something happened. Or maybe both things happened and it was another part of the lawn where he went over one with the lawnmower. I don't know what happened, but anyway, there were bees coming out the ground. And I'd never heard of that before. But these looks like they were, like, like honeybees kind of, which, like, I didn't think they made things in the ground. I never had heard of that kind of thing. And he actually, like, poured gasoline or something down there to kill him or whatever. And but I don't know. The plants were never the same over there again. So it's like, well, whatever's there is there. I don't know what's gonna happen, and I was kind of scared of it anyway after that. But now, after reading about the bumblebees plant, in the ground, and then I was reading this thing. I guess I don't know, some conservationist thing or website. They had a PDF, and I need to go back and save it. But I was so freaked out that I was like, I just closed it because it showed a picture of their hives, and this is, yeah, they make them. Bumblebees make their place in the ground, and this is sometimes in the holes where like other kind of critters or whatever have been, and they abandon it, because they make a new one every year or whatever. um and I was like, and they were saying that they still don't know a lot of things about how bumblebees, they're what they do, how they do that, and where they go. So now I'm thinking all these places where I haven't been gardening a lot, but I did before. I'm like, well, if I start weeding in there, am I gonna find like a bumblebee hive? Because we have a lot of bumblebees, and like they've been like all over our money plants and this flowering tree that's next to our house. They've been all over that too. And so they're all over the place. So I'm like, where are they coming from? So now I'm like terrified. It's like I get that panic thing. I told you I had pets to keep me from being like so insect obsessed outside. Um, but now I'm wondering where are they coming from, and if I start, weeding somewhere, what if I come across one? I don't know. I don't want to do anything to them, but I don't want them to do anything to me. I got to go back and like take my time and read that thing and not just go for the part that flips me out. But because I want them in the yard, I just don't want to. I don't want to come across where they're living. It's like we're on a don't ask, don't tell. Cause on no surprises. We don't want to be surprised. We don't like surprises. I plant the stuff for you. I want you to be on it. I want you to get what you need from it. Don't hurt me. But I thought that was also interesting that they still don't know a lot about them from what that little article was saying. I was like, how can you not know anything about bumblebees? They've been around for forever. How do you not know? I thought that was odd. So maybe it was just a random piece of information that I got that they're like that and somebody else knows more, but bees being in the ground, kind of underground, kind of flips me out a little bit. I'm gonna make both shirts purple. Okay, so should we make one a darker purple? I want to, especially since this one is at the bottom. Baby shark. I think I'm sleeping in tomorrow if I can. Sleep in while I'm able to. No appointment. Nowhere to be. Force myself to relax. Sleep in. That's kind of weird looking. It's white. Where do we want it? I keep thinking like the movie Dune. I've never watched the second part, and I kind of want. I've always wanted to watch it, and I've always heard it's true to the novel, which I've never read the series, the books or anything. I know other people have read it, but I haven't. But I don't know why, but I can't seem to watch anything with Zendaya in it since the members of the cast from and crew from Euphoria died. I can't do it. I don't know why. That's kind of weird, but I just can't. It's like I can't watch it because Zendaya's in it, and it reminds me of Euphoria, and it reminds me of dude that OD'd, and the other guy, the director or whoever that yeah. It's just like I can't. It made me so sad when that I found out that actor had died because he's like so young, and I felt like he was. I don't know. I really liked his character, and I don't know. I just felt like he had a future, in acting and stuff, and then just yeah. So it's like I can't watch the second Dune because of that. Like, that's all the way, like, way out. Like, I don't know. That's how my mind works. I don't know how I'm going to get that out of my head to be able to watch it. I don't know. I think I'm probably just not going to watch it. And it's like I'm not watching Euphoria either. And now another cast member of Euphoria died. The football players, that's how long it's been since I watched it because they were still in high school. They're probably not now. The football player's father, he died. Not like last month, I think. It's like I can't do this. I almost feel like, I don't know, like social media is bad for television or whatever because you know too much about people before. Bad for music too. You know too much about them before, I don't know, while they're doing stuff still, and it colors how you feel about them. And I don't know, in some ways maybe I guess it's good, but in other ways it's really like not so good. It used to be you didn't find out about people and what happened with them until long after it happened, years, decades after it happened. And it's really hard for me. I don't know. And then, I don't know. I mean, I could watch a movie with like Clark Gable in it or something. Not really. I don't really watch Clark Gable movies, but you could watch a movie with Clark Gable and like not, it's like, yeah, whatever, because it's an old movie and you don't even think about them being alive or dead because it's an old movie. But like for contemporary people, it's strange to know that. Just like with Heath Ledger, I can't. I don't think I can watch anything with him in it because like knowing like in all the the articles and stuff about him and everything, it's like I know too much. How can I watch it and not think about all of that stuff? I can't. I can't shut it off. I can't shut it off. I didn't even think of. Did I even watch anything? I think I watched one thing that had Ledger in it before he passed, but I can't remember what that was. But that's like, what's his name? River Phoenix. I can't. Yeah, it's hard to watch stuff by him. Although that's kind of different. I think I don't know. I kind of can watch stuff, but I don't watch it that much. They're usually movies every once in a while, maybe. I don't know. I'm not much of a, yeah. I don't know. Well, Stand by Me maybe, but like how many times can you watch that? Usually that's kind of like a group thing. I think if I watch that again, it's because other people want to see it and haven't seen it before or something like that. It's a good movie though. Or if it happens to be on TV, then I'll watch it. But I don't even watch that much TV, so I am no longer in that mode where I just, how you used to just sit, you used to have the TV on, you'd be doing other things, and like was whatever's on, you'll watch it while you're doing whatever you're doing. Yeah, I'm not in that mode anymore. I don't know if anybody is because of the way we watch things now. Do I need to do pink? There's so many different pinks. I'm not sure. This one's more salmon-y. What color does it say it is? I think it says pink. I don't know what this. Yeah, it does say pink. I don't know. Let's try it. I don't know if it's what I want though. Oh, I might do it. I don't know what to do with these lines. That looks stupid. I was wondering if I should use a harder pencil on the lines. I'm sure. This would give me what I needed. Back that way. Well, this is more than I thought I would ever color on this page. Dare to work differently. Right? What's what that was about. Do you want to do this? I'm doing it. I don't know if I want to do it, but I'm doing it. If I don't like it, we'll fix it. We'll do something else. But I almost feel like I need to have color on there to know what I like and what I don't like. I really don't want to color that anything. I like it being white. But then that makes this look weird. But then I could add white to this somewhere with a Posca marker somewhere. Yeah, I could do that. Oh, I don't know. Or I could color this pink, and if I don't like it, go over it with Posca marker. I don't know. Okay, take care, Mary. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Amy. Good night, Amy. What time is it anyway? 11:40. Child, and I'm still awake. What do I want to do with this? Do I want orange on there or no? Kind of thinking no because I want the things in the background to be orange. But these little things pose a kind of, I don't know what to do with them. Do I have a What's the edge of that? It's my eyes. Somehow, I don't know. What is opposite on the color wheel of pink? Is it light green? Will that help me get a... Where? So I'm using Prismacolors and Polychromos pencils. And Derwent. Because I got them all out. Which is why I can't fit anything on my desk. I have some from every set out on my desk. I always see more of these things. So it did help basing this with the Neo Color 2s. Doing this with the acrylic marker. Something I hadn't used in here before. That really... Because sometimes the big, wide spaces really do, like, seeing them kind of intimidate me. Keep me from wanting to deal with a page at all. And once I colored that in, it made it less intimidating. And I found the same thing happened to me with this page, with the turtle page. You know, it's still big, a lot to do. But coloring in that sky immediately made this page less intimidating for me. And I don't know why. There was still also this, and this does kind of look a hot mess. But, you know, whatever. But yeah, coloring the sky, the big space made it less intimidating to me. So maybe that's just something I need to do with some of these pages. Color in the big space first. Oh dear. I probably need to go to bed. But I need a little bit of a... kind of want to get to my eyes are kind of fuzzy though. Excuse me. That's a lot. I actually did a lot. How long have we been on here? Wow, 2 hours, 25 minutes? I guess so. You know what? I might not like it, but like I said, I can color over it. There's always acrylic marker. I am going to do this because I want to be able to come back to this and look at it and get my immediate reaction to it, and that's when I'll know, do I like that or not? Is it weird or not? I need it to be colored in for me to tell. So excuse me. So I think I'm gonna stop here. I think it's a good place to stop. Wow, I like this actually. So, thank you all for joining me tonight. Thank you to those watching on the replay. This is kind of like, in a way, my dare to myself to finish every page in this book, whether I like it or not. And there's quite a few I don't like, or that I find like, I can't color that. This was one of those pages. This is how far I've gotten with it, and it didn't hurt. So I challenge you to do the same thing. Color in the books you already have. Don't need a new book. You just need to find a way to get over that hump that keeps you from coloring the pages in the things you have. And you might find out something new when you do that. Try different mediums, different tools, different techniques. Try not trying anything at all and just go in there with the first thing that comes to your hand. See what happens. You might surprise yourself. So, bye-bye, everybody.